而家我哋請第2位演講嘉賓，柬埔寨駐港澳總領事館代表同柬埔寨國際經貿協會主席葉振強先生，同我哋分享一下柬埔寨綜合營商環境嘅概況。以下嘅內容咧係將會由英語發言嘅。Now let us welcome our second speaker, a representative of the Consulate General of Cambodia and the chairman of Cambodia International Trade Association, Mr. Tommy Yip, to share with us an overview of the business environment in Cambodia. The following session will be presented in English. Thank you.
各位早晨 ，Good morning everyone. Today is a great pleasure and honor for me to be here on Guide to Investing in Cambodia. And I would like to express my gratitude to the Cambodia International Trade Association and the HKTDC for hard work in organizing this event. According to the World Bank, the GDP growth of Cambodia has reached 7% in 2017 and 7.5% in 2018. However, there are persisting concerns that future growth may be affected by domestic employment issues, increasing competition from Vietnam and Myanmar, along with global impacts such as Brexit, the trade war between China and the US. In spite of these factors, the outlook for growth remains positive, and Cambodia is still considered one of the brightest frontier growth markets in Asia. The establishment of the ASEAN Economic Community in 2015 is another major milestone on the path to deepening regional economic integration. And this heralds the opening of vast opportunities with its market of $2.6 trillion and a population of over 622 million people. Cambodia is well positioned to be a significant beneficiary of the AEC, and improving its labor productivity will be crucial to compete from other ASEAN member states. Sustainable development, skill training, and further education of the workforce are crucial in order to productivity levels high and to ensure that the country remains competitive. Cambodia attracts inflows of over $3.1 billion in 2018. The trend of inflows has been shifting from manufacturing to construction, telecommunications, and financial services. The garment manufacturing industry is the backbone of Cambodia's export economy and is one of the main engines driving the local economy. Cambodia's price competitiveness has fallen due to rising labor costs, and therefore, the industry is shifting toward higher value-add products and becoming more capital intensive to offset increasing labor costs. In the coming years, Cambodian agriculture will need to adopt modern technologies and improve use of fertilizer, quarterly seeds, and irrigation techniques for production efficiency. In terms of export competitiveness, Cambodian commodities will gain much from reducing logistic and processing costs. Tourist arrival growth has been predominantly fueled by Asian tourists from top 3 countries, Vietnam, China, and Thailand, contributing about 60% of the total share. Arrivals from Western Europe and North America also rose. The aviation sector continues to expand, supporting increased level of tourism and newly certified international airline connecting Cambodia to key transport hubs in its Asia partner countries. An influx of foreign investment and projects has primarily focused on Phnom Penh, with multiple development in commercial and residential properties financed by foreign banks. The tremendous growth experience has been driven by rising FDI and with a 6 to 8% return of investment annual rate. Cambodia is a member state of World Trade Organization, having ratified the WTO agreements in 2004 and has had a major impact on all sectors of business. A new commercial code will affect all established and future business. Foreign and domestic investors must ensure that their commercial structure and contractual arrangement are conform to the new laws. Investment in Cambodia is a direct and open process. It can be as simple as forming a company through registration of the corporate documents at Ministry of Commerce, MOC, which normally can now be performed via online system. Investment in Cambodia can be divided into 6 phases. Evaluate the micro and macroeconomic conditions, determine the presence of necessary infrastructure, and assess the scope of investment. Investors should determine whether their project is eligible for investment incentives and whether obtaining such an investment license is beneficial for the business. Commercial registration must be made with the MOC to incorporate a business entity in Cambodia. The entity will have a legal personality only after registration with the MOC. The business entity must register with the General Department of Taxation of Cambodia once the commercial registration is completed. The tax registration process is typically complete within 4 to 6 weeks from submission of a complete application dossier to the authorities. And there are a number of downstream approvals, permits, license that must be obtained. Certain businesses may require special license from other government institutions or agency before register with MOC. For investment projects eligible for investment incentives, which include profit tax exemption and import duty exemptions, registration with the Council for the Development of Cambodia and the Cambodian Special Economic Zone Board is also required. The Council for the Development of Cambodia is the main authority for the government on all strategic and regulatory aspects of Qualified Investment Project, or named QIP, and the development of the Special Economic Zone. Investors who are given final registration certificate will be entitled to various incentives. And there are 3 main types of investment incentives. QIPs has chosen a tax holiday will enjoy a profit tax exemption during the trigger period. The 3-year period follow the trigger period and the priority period. QIPs are not required to make a monthly repayment of profit tax with the General Department of Taxation during the tax exemption period and not subject to annual minimum tax. Export-oriented and supporting industry QIPs enjoy custom duty exemption for import of production equipment, construction materials, and production inputs. Domestically oriented QIPs generally receive custom duty exemption for the import of production equipment and construction materials only. And supporting industry QIPs can avail of VAT incentives if they involve in the production of packaging, the production of clothes, shoes, hats, bags, and their components are entitled to VAT-free importations and zero rate sales to exporters. Domestic purchase of goods and services are subject to 10% VAT. Cambodia has entered into ASEAN Free Trade Area in 1999 and is eligible for preferential tariff reduction that are granted under free trade agreements that ASEAN has concluded with Korea, Japan, India, China, Australia, and New Zealand. Cambodia also benefits from preferential access to the market of developed countries. It enjoyed most favored nation status from the United States, the European Union, and other developed countries. Since 2001, Cambodia has benefited from the EU's Everything But Arms initiative, also named as EBA, which is part of the EU's generalized system of preference. Cambodia's largest export commodities, including garments, rubber, and timber, with most goods being sent to the US and EU. Major imports include petroleum products, construction materials, vehicles, and motorcycles, while major trading partners, including Thailand, Hong Kong, Singapore, and China. The labor law is enforced and implemented by the Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training. Each and every newly established enterprise located in Phnom Penh and engaged in the nine listed sector will fall under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Labor and Vocational Training. With an increasing awareness of employee rights and employees' organizations such as trade unions, a working knowledge of the labor law and its practical application is essential for any commercial enterprise in Cambodia, regardless the size of the workforce. The royal government is currently creating a national minimum wage law for Cambodia. Previously, only the labor-intensive garment industry had a formal minimum wage, though this served as an informal benchmark for other sectors. Over the past few years, the minimum wage for the garment industry has been increased multiple times. As of January 2019, the legal minimum stood at $182 per month, compared to just $61 in 2010. The royal government has now committed to review the figure annually, in consultation with trade unions and employer associations. Cambodia has 27 national holidays and 18 annual leave days each year. Employees cannot be required to work during national holidays and are entitled to their regular salary for those days. If employer needs to continue operation during public holidays, employees can be requested to work on a voluntary basis, will be entitled to 200% of their regular wage for that day. With the increase in labor costs in China, Thailand, and Vietnam, Cambodia has enhanced as a candidate country for secondary production of labor-intensive manufacturing industry. The needs of factories and special economic zones are expected to increase in Cambodia. Special economic zones are governed by the law on investment and were formally created in 2005 by Sub-Decree number 148 on the establishment and management of the Special Economic Zone. Special Economic Zones are certified by the Council for the Development of Cambodia and benefit from the government provide financial incentives. The Council has identified 34 Special Economic Zones as of November 2016. Cambodian individuals or entities can either own land or obtain a land lease for zone development. Land law prohibits foreigner and foreign entities from owning land. However, they can joint venture with domestic company to obtain land for zone development. In conclusion, macroeconomic stability and GDP growth in Cambodia has been very favorable for investors. Cambodia is located in a dynamic region. It has a young population with 60% of total under 20 years old and has low-cost competitive labor. Unlike other countries in the region, 100% foreign ownership of companies is allowed in all sectors. Foreign investors can enjoy good incentives with no restriction or repatriation of funds, no foreign exchange control, and no price control. There is a very simple corporate income tax and simplified custom tariffs. And all these factors certainly make Cambodia an attractive destination for investment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. 唐業。咁以下咧，我就會用簡單以廣東話總結剛才葉振強先生分享嘅內容。柬埔寨嘅宏觀經濟咧係非常之穩定嘅 ，GDP 增長平均每年達到7%。柬埔寨位於東盟嘅核心區，年齡20歲以下佔總人口嘅60%，平均人口年齡係非常之年輕，並且具有低成本嘅競爭性勞動力。跟其他國家唔同，大部分行業都允許外國公司持有股權，外國投資者可以享受優惠嘅待遇，資金唔受外匯嘅管制，亦都冇價格嘅限制。簡單嘅企業所得稅同出入口關稅，令柬埔寨成為一個相當有吸引力嘅投資目的地。